Hey guys, Pyker here, and welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Reach. We are reaching things, yay! And you are looking at Space Lab 1 of our space program. It has everything we need to reset all of our experiments on our lander, which is what it's going to be primarily used for, obviously. It's got a little bit of extra life support and waste container on it as well. It's also got these on it, the planetary survey camera. I'm not exactly sure what they do. That's what we're going to find out. So I was curious. I mean, from here, I mean, minerals abundance, water abundance, substrate abundance, ore abundance. I mean, I'm sure I use all of those things for the MKS OKS mod, but we haven't gotten that far yet. So I just threw them on here just to see if I could actually get a little extra science from them or something. So, um, if you're curious as to what those were, that's exactly what they are. We are headed for an encounter with the moon at about 57 kilometers. I'm going to set this thing at probably about 50, just so we don't have to use a lot of fuel on our lander to get up and rendezvous with this space lab so we can reset all of our experiments. So yeah, we're going to get this thing into orbit really quick, and then we're probably going to hop down to our lander and get some more science. That is the plan. So let's do it. Let's do it. Alright, so I'm going to quick save right before we enter the sphere of influence of the moon, just because I just like to do that. Alright, let's get the sphere of influence. There we go. Let it load a second. Check out the plane at which we're coming in. We're coming in a little low, so we'll adjust. Oh, it's going to do this with me again. Alright, so we'll adjust a little bit, just a touch, just to get us on the same line as the orbit. Hopefully, you know, pretty much have a pretty solid orbit here. Let's actually, I'll just zoom in and adjust it. Is that in line? It's a little low. That looks pretty good to me. All right, so let's find our node really quick and make that adjustment. Keep an eye on. Oop, overdid it. Overcooked it, guys. Overcooked it. Okay, we'll just use our RCS to adjust that. There we go. Look at that. Easy peasy. Okay. So let's get into line to get into orbit. Actually, we need to set up a maneuver at the periapsis. Or the periaps. Whichever you prefer to call it. I'm going to try to set this thing in a nice 50-50 above the surface. That would be ideal. 60, 58. We can adjust that from there, so I'm happy with that for right now. So we'll let that sit. We'll fast forward a little bit and get into orbit. Oh, overcooked it. That's alright though. Let's fire our engine and get as close as we can to our original maneuver node. That's pretty close. Alright, so we'll call that good, and then we'll adjust from here. So we'll bring this side down. Actually, I don't even need these right now. I just need to get to the periaps. Hopefully we have, yeah, we have plenty of fuel. I was going to say, because I did put a smaller tank on this one, but I also put a smaller engine on it as well. So I figured that might help the adjustments that we might need to make. Swing over to a retrograde. There we go. Bring this puppy down to 50. Roughly in that area anyways. Ooh. Use our RCS just to adjust it just a touch. Fast forward around to Apps again and adjust our apps. Hopefully we have an abundance of monopropellant. We do. Isn't that nice? We'll put some of those skinny monopropellant tanks on this space lab, which is actually seems to be a pretty damn good idea. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, I'm not gonna get all stickler about it. All right, so let's fast forward. Let's get into the daytime so we can actually see what the hell's going on here. Even though I did put an abundance of lights on this thing, so we could actually still see. So we'll keep this puppy. We'll get her in the daytime, and we'll deploy our scanner and see if we can actually gain any additional science. It doesn't seem like it, but I mean, we could display hotspots. That's pretty neat. Ooh. Mineral hotspots. Water hotspots. Ooh. Substrate. Oh god. Yep, I just crashed my game. I figured that was going to happen. Alright, give me a second. I'll be right back. Alright guys, we're back. Sorry about that. I was not expecting that to happen. So, well, we got our space lab into orbit, which is extremely... Oh, wow. I guess I didn't adjust. I guess it's saved before I adjusted the inclinations slash distances in which we were orbiting the moon. So we're going to adjust those again really quick. Shouldn't take too long. So we'll bring this back down to roughly 50 in that area. Fast forward again. Oh, overdid it. Fast forward all the way around again. All right. Just so we're facing a retrograde. Oh. Well, okay, so note to self, don't display hotspots if we don't absolutely have to. So apparently those planetary cameras don't give you extra science, unfortunately. That's a bummer, because I was hoping it would. Alright, so we're just going to burn just a little bit, and hopefully bring this down, maybe even a little bit nicer than it was before. Oop. I'm happy with that. I will take it. Alright. Cool. We got our space lab in orbit. We're going to set it up. Actually, I think we're going to... Yeah, we'll set it up north so it stays like this. I like setting these up like this. It's nice. Makes things a little bit easier to deal with. All right. Now let's switch back over to our lander, which is now on the night side of the moon, unfortunately, but hopefully this won't crash the game. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. And it didn't crash the game. All right. Now, let's see. Let's just because I'm curious. We have our little Karbonite generator here. I want to see how much electricity it generates. Let's see, it's generating quite a bit. Is it using any Karbonite? I mean, we're full up on Karbonite, which is nice because I had our off camera. I had our what's the word I'm looking for? The Karbonite drill extracting. But we are still kind of in the sun, which actually that's a really neat shot right there. I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Sunset on the old moon there. All right, cool. I don't think we need to. I really don't think we need the generator on right now, but I thought, you know, it might be a good thing just to have, just in case things decided to go wrong. So we will retract our drill, which I love how this drill comes out and retracts, just like. Oh, that was a horrible camera angle. I apologize. Well, that was fun. All right, so let's get the soil analysis. So we're at the moon far side crater. Let me write that down so I know we've been here before. Crater. All right. I'm not going to transmit any science because I want to take like I want to get all the science that we can possibly gather, throw it into a capsule and keep it. Just so we can do that. All right, so we've got the soil. Let's get the temperature. We'll keep that as well. Let's get a crew report. We can transmit this because we'll get full science for it. I don't like transmitting science if I'm at the moon, so it's not that big of a deal to get a spacecraft back to Kerbin and get the full amount of science. So I'm not really too worried about it that way. But once we're like at Duna and stuff like that, then I'll start worrying about it. But right now, not too concerned with it, honestly. Okay, so we got temperature, we got soil. Let's get a mystery goo. So we'll keep this, and we'll get a materials bay as well. Keep that. And I think that's all the science on the outside that we need to gather. So let's take Bill, get him out of the spacecraft here. Hopefully he won't break off this solar panel that is directly beneath the... I'm hoping that he was just going to kind of walk off on top of this thing, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, get your pack and avoid the solar panels. Thank you. So we'll get him on the surface, we'll plant a flag, and we'll get some surface samples and EVA reports. So we'll keep that. Take a surface sample, keep that as well, and we'll plant a flag. Let's call this the Farside Crater. First biome completed. All right. Awesome. Okay, so let's get his pack going again. Let's store the science inside the pod and then possibly get an EVA report from the ladder and see if that is any different. You gonna grab? Thank you. Let's store the experiments and let's get an EVA report from space just above the moon's far side crater. So yeah, like if you're on the ladder, you can get another section or another thing of science, which just has actually pretty sweet. So we'll store those experiments too. We will also, while I'm thinking about it, we'll hop off of here and we'll go and grab the mystery goo. We'll grab all the science from all the instruments that we've used so far, so we can use them when we get to another biome. I didn't know I could phase through that stuff. Unfortunately, I wish that didn't happen. Oh God. Oh God. Oh, Bill, come on. Just set up. Set yourself. Oh God. What are you doing, Bill? Apparently we could phase through that, and I don't know why, but oh God, don't hit the solar panel. Take the data. Take the data. Can we? Oh, your head's in the way, Bill. Bill, your head's in the way. Take data. Got it. Let's get out of here. Okay, but we didn't phase through it there. Weird. I'm having issues with this. All right, let's grab data from Mr. Goo. Collect. Remove. All right. Let's hop on top of this materials bay and just grab it from here. So we'll collect this data as well, which is fine if it's inoperable after we take the data because we do have a space lab in orbit. All right, let's board. Let's go through all of our science or review the stored data. And let's find the stuff that we can transmit and get full science for. We might as well transmit what we can. Wait for our panel to fold back away because there is a tendency for it to glitch and you not to get the science from it. So keep that, and keep that. Cool. All right. Well, I think we are going to take off and try to get some science from... I also don't think we need 4 engines, so I'm going to turn off 2 of these engines and see how well this works. So we'll shut down 2 of these engines. because I feel like that would be a little bit more beneficial to us. We'll shut down 2 of those engines, and we'll make our way north to the canyon right here. Debating on whether I want to just call, hey, you know what, we'll just call this an episode here. That way, off camera, I can fast forward or time accelerate and get us into the daytime so we can actually see what the hell's going on. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode. I do greatly appreciate it. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an episode of Kerbal Reach, and don't forget to hit that like button at the bottom of the video too. And thank you guys again for hanging out with me today, and I will see you guys next time.